All right, if you're in charge of a massive commercial space, like a warehouse, a big retail store, or a hospital, you know the feeling, right? That never-ending battle to keep the floors spotless. It's a huge challenge. Well, today, we're diving into the high-tech solution that's proving to be a total game changer: autonomous floor scrubbers.
And that's the big question, isn't it? I mean, labor costs just keep climbing, and the sheer amount of square footage you have to cover can feel, well, impossible. If you're nodding your head right now, stick around because you are in exactly the right place.
So, let's get into it. What if I told you about a new team member, one that works all night, never needs a break, and delivers a perfect performance every single time? Sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's not. That's an autonomous scrubber, and we're about to break down exactly why it might be the best new hire you'll ever make.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle the big challenge. Then, we'll meet the robot janitors. After that, we'll break down the top contenders, look at the actual ROI, and some real-world proof, and wrap it all up by helping you figure out your cleaning future. Simple as that.
All right, let's jump right into the core problem here. You think it's pretty straightforward, right? Just keep the floors clean. But anyone who's actually responsible for it knows it's way more than that. It's a massive, relentless operational headache.
And this is where it gets really tricky, because all these issues are connected. You've got these enormous floors, which means you need tons of labor hours, and that sends your costs through the roof. But here's the thing. People get tired. It's natural. And when they get tired, the quality can get a little inconsistent. And in a place like a hospital, an inconsistent clean isn't just about looks. It's a critical safety and hygiene issue with some really serious consequences.
So that's where our hero enters the story, the robot janitor. But listen, we're not just talking about a fancier mop and bucket here. This is a fundamental shift in how commercial cleaning gets done.
Here's the really crucial part. These things run on their own, and that means your human crew, your valuable people, are freed up to handle the more complex stuff, the detailed work that really needs a person's eye. But it gets even better. These machines are also collecting data the whole time. They're mapping out high-traffic areas and generating reports, giving you the intelligence to optimize your cleaning schedules. It's all about working smarter, not just harder.
And this slide just nails the core difference. Look, at the end of a long shift, a person might miss a spot. It happens. We're all human. But a robot, it follows its programmed, optimized route with absolute precision every single time. That incredible consistency, that's its superpower.
Okay, let's talk money, because this is where the business case becomes undeniable. Yeah, there's an upfront investment, no doubt. But look at this number, $60,000. That's what you could potentially save in labor costs in just 2 years. When you see that, the math starts to look pretty darn good.
All right, so maybe you're thinking, okay, I'm sold on the idea, but which machine is the right one for your facility? In this next section, we're going to decode the top players. First, let's talk about what actually separates a great scrubber from just a good one. So, when you're sizing these things up, you really want to focus on these 4 pillars. First, how smart is its navigation? Can it get around a pallet that wasn't there yesterday? Second, battery life. How long can it run and how fast does it recharge? Third, is it efficient with its water? And finally, and this one is a biggie, is it built like a tank and is there solid support if something goes wrong?
And here they are, the leaders for 2025. Let's walk through this list. First up, the Tenant T7 AMR. Think of this as the reliable industry workhorse. It runs on Branos, which is a super common platform for these kinds of robots, making it a solid choice for most mid to large places. Then there's the ICE RS26AO. This one is all about advanced AI and data, so it's perfect if you're a data-driven operation. Now for those super busy, high-traffic areas, the Nilfisk Liberty SC50 is a star, known for its refined 3D camera and LiDAR system. If sustainability is your top priority, the Kärcher Cura B50 is your machine. It's all about eco-friendly water use. And last but not least, the Aiolith AF2217. Its claim to fame? A massive 4-hour runtime on its battery. If you've got a huge warehouse, this one is built for the long haul.
Okay, the specs are great, but here's the question that really matters. Does this investment actually pay off in the real world? Let's dig into the proof.
And this right here is what it's all about. We're not just talking about shiny floors. We're talking about a real, measurable business impact. Think about it. A logistics center that gets its cleaning done more efficiently overnight sees a direct boost in its overall productivity the next day. This is the perfect example of the tech not just cleaning floors, but paying for itself by making the entire operation run better.
And for all of you focused on the bottom line, here's the magic number, 18 months. Now, of course, every business is different,
But that's a pretty typical time frame to see a full return on your investment. And after that, all those labor savings go directly back into your budget, year after year.
And you've got options on how to get started. Leasing is a fantastic route if you want to avoid a big capital expense, and it gives you more flexibility. It's great for small to medium-sized businesses. On the other hand, purchasing is a bigger commitment up front, but that's how you unlock the greatest long-term savings.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. We've talked about the problem, the robotic solution, the top players in the market, and the financial proof. So now, it's time to bring it all together and land on a final recommendation.
So based on all the research, our top pick for 2025 is the Aiolith AF2217. It really just hits that sweet spot across all our key criteria. Its long-life battery delivers serious power, its navigation is intelligent, and its design is durable. For any business needing a reliable, high-performance machine that's going to deliver a strong ROI, this one stands out as a fantastic all-around choice.
So we'll leave you with this question to think about for your own facility. When you look at your operations, your budget, and your cleaning challenges, is it possible that your next best employee is one that runs on a battery? Thanks for joining this explainer.